Hi everyone, this is Dr. Brian Kim again, and showing you the second part of using reports and creating automated tasks on CPRS. In the first video, we showed how we did it with naloxone, and this time we're going to look at urine drug test. So basically, we're looking at the same population again, long-term opiate users. In this case, we have 7 of them. And if we look down our list of dates right here, I've already marked off the ones who are up to date are in white, meaning that they've had a drug screen in the last 6 months. The one in green means that they do require drug test because they've been out over 6 months. The one in red, now that's a little bit more interesting, basically means that for this patient daughter right here, they were marked as palliative care. And so in those patients, we choose in this case to exclude them as well. And finally, we have 2 in yellow, and we'll see what that means. This it doesn't show it on this VSSC report here, but when we go into CPRS, we're going to find out that they've already had a drug screen ordered within the last month, and it's just pending right now for them to get completed. So they also do not need another drug test order. So if we go into CPRS, this time we'll look at how we generate urine drug screens. So for CPRS L, patient L, we have that patient does need a drug screen. So we go into, and each visit is going to be a little bit different, but the concept is similar here. We're going to urine tox menu, and fortunately we have this order set right here that automatically generates 9 different urine drugs to test for. We also need to create another note again, this time the same follow-up letter using the same template. I marked down where this is being mailed from so that the patients know who to contact or who to return the contact to if they have any questions. And I have a template ready here that I can copy and paste. And looking at the this drug screen, they last had it done in August 5th, 2018. So I'll note that in this chart as well. So basically, this is how we look at or generate urine drug screens. And oh, one extra aspect that we have to do in this case is look at whether they have an pre-existing lab screen that's already ordered for them to get done. Because for those patients, we don't need to generate that again. So if I look in the last month here, it looks like no orders are found. So this patient looks like they do need that screen. So this is the typical cycle of creating a urine drug screen. And let's see how we can do that with AutoHotkey now. So I'm going to go ahead and delete these to get this ready for the program. And so I go back into my site for AutoHotkey, go into my UDS batch program now, and same thing. Go ahead and press play. So I'm not doing anything with my mouse or keyboard. It's going to go ahead. Oh, it does a couple of different things this time. It automatically tries to speed things up by only having the last note and the last order displayed. So if you have a lot of orders that needs to be displayed or a lot of notes that needs to be displayed, that can slow down the speed of the batch processing. So this tries to speed that up by minimizing that as much as possible. So like the last program, it stops when the review sign changes shows up. And in this case, we can review our note. We see that 858518 that matches up. The patient name matches up as well. And if we look at our spreadsheet again, it is the same patient and is the correct date in terms of when they last got their drug screen. We also can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different urine drug screens that were ordered as well. So basically this script created the orders ready to go, ready to sign off. I'm just going to go ahead and delete it right now so that when I run it again next time, it won't automatically show that as pending. So when we're ready, we go to the next patient. The script kicks in again, gets the next patient out for us, brings this chart. However, this time around, so CPRST, if we look at that right here, we notice that it skipped this and didn't even mention it. CPRST though, it looks like the last urine drug screen was done in December, so it's out 6 months. However, when we look at when it was last ordered, actually I ordered it recently here about a week ago. So right now we're waiting for the patient to come into the lab to get the labs done. So in this case, the patient already has a follow-up letter right here, and it already has existing orders for the lab. And so that's why we don't need to generate a new order for this patient. So in this case, we say okay, and then the program automatically picks up again. Here, there you go. And then puts in the correct information for the patient, their social security number, places the correct orders, and places the follow-up note informing the patient to come in and get the labs done. Now again, it stops right here, and we're going to take a look at see if this is correct. So collateral A, which is this patient right here, shows up in green, so it is over 6 months out in terms of a drug screen. Looking at when it was last done, there wasn't any urine drug screens in the last month. So it went ahead and generated these orders for us, which I'll go ahead and delete. And it also generated this note for us as well, which in terms of the date when it was last done, looks like it correlates with what we see here as on our control screen, which also correlates with what we see on our report. So I'll go ahead and delete that as well, and we'll move on to our next patient. So in this case, this is patient CPRS K. However, this one does have orders. Well, it had orders done within the last month. Basically, what I have the script doing is looking for the word opiates within the last month. However, I did cancel it just because of for the script purposes. And but for all intents and purposes, if this was a real patient and if it detected the word opiates within the last month in terms of labs, it would go ahead and skip that. Um, in contrast to the naloxone, I went ahead and tried to put some numbers to all of this as well. So basically, it took us 190 real seconds in terms of getting this done, but the actual order time where the script is active was about 62 seconds. We look at how many actual UDS and letters that we did, and based on here, we had 2, 1, and 2, and that's what it came out to as well on the thing on here as well. And what it does is it divides out the total number of orders generated by the actual order time, which came out to about 31 seconds a patient. We could get this a little bit faster depending on what time of day this program is run. And then when we look at overall here though, so there was 7 patients here from 2 through 8 right here. And if we divide also the total time for that, comes out to about 9 seconds. So this program gets faster depending on how many orders it needs to generate. A little bit of extra information there. I'm going to probably use this and incorporate this a little bit more into the naloxone batch script as well to see how we're doing and to see overall how much of an impact in time we're making here. But overall, you can see that we've made some differences. We take any report that involves patients' names and what we're looking for in terms of, and this time we're looking at drug screen test, but we could also apply this to lithium or other drug monitoring or other anywhere where you have a report and you need to create action on it. And we can see based on the previous, so what it's doing right now, it's going back and putting the default settings in terms of how many documents to show. So that when I'm using this normally when I'm seeing patients, now I have my 500 last signed notes again. So previously it only showed the last one note in order to try to speed it up. So we saw how we were able to generate orders, generate meds with the naloxone, and generate notes with our auto hotkey program. And so we can apply this to other things as well whenever we are dealing with a report such as this. If you have any questions, you can email me. My name, Brian with the Y, last name Kim, Kim, MD @gmail.com. And I look forward to talking more with you about how to take this program to the next level. In future steps, what we're going to try to do is, instead of me generating these notes under my name, we're going to try to generate these under the primary care physician or whoever the caregivers are, so that they'll be able to directly follow up on all the lab results that result from it, as well as make it easier for them to order all of these, as it'll just show up as a view alert that they just need to sign off on. So that's going to be the next step in terms of what we're going to do for this. Thank you very much, and have a great day.